Good afternoon. I'd like to call the City of West Covina Traffic Committee meeting to order at 3:05 p.m. Perfect. So for the item 2 for the traffic committee items approved during the previous traffic committee meeting, the first one was a traffic review of Dernis Street between Sunset Avenue and California Avenue. The second item approved last meeting was the traffic review at the intersection of Orange Avenue and Pacific Lane. And the third item approved at the last traffic commission meeting was the traffic review of South Morganfield Avenue from East Hollingworth Street to East Pine Falls Drive. So now we'll go into item 3, the new traffic committee items. So our first item is the traffic review of 534 North Azusa Avenue for Greenfield. Oh,
No problem.
apologies. Yes, like Jay said, so we'll go ahead and do introductions of the committee members. So we'll go ahead and start on that side.
Okay, Jana Robbins with the Traffic Department of West Covina.
Paulina Morales, the Community Development Director.
Brian Cervantes with traffic engineering.
John Osque, Engineering, City of West Covina.
My apologies.
Thank you.
I'll get back on track.
No
So
worries.
like I said, item 3, the first of the new traffic committee items will be the traffic review of 534 North Azusa Avenue for green curb. So the City of West Covina received a request from a business owner to install green curb in front of their business at 540 North Azusa Avenue, which is located on the northeast corner of North Azusa Avenue and Pioneer Drive, so that customers may run in and purchase their items without being impeded by surrounding shops. So for North Azusa Avenue, it's a north-south street and is considered a principal arterial road by Caltrans with a speed limit of 40 miles per hour. North Azusa Avenue is approximately 83 feet wide with 2 lanes of travel in each direction and left turn pockets for northbound traffic and a concrete center raised median with planters. Parking is available on both sides of North Azusa Avenue except during street days, which is Wednesdays. And there's also a 2-hour parking limitation between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. along North Azusa Avenue. And for some of the businesses in this area, it consists of a nail salon, a hair salon, a suit store, and a tobacco smoke shop. And for the other street, Pioneer Drive, that's going to be an east-west street, which is considered a local road by the Caltrans classification map, with a prima facie speed of 25 miles per hour, and Pioneer Drive is approximately 30 feet wide with 1 traveling in each direction and no marked center line. And parking is available on both sides of Pioneer Drive except where red curb is marked. We should go back here. So we did go out and observe parking on Tuesday, November 29th of 2022. And during the time out of doing the observations, it was found that the available curb parking along the entire building frontage is approximately 215 feet. With 115 feet from Tobacco Express Smoke Shop and the Friar Tuck Store. It is important to note that there is a parking lot behind the subject tenant's building with roughly 50 parking spaces for all customers to the center to be able to park there and walk around to the front of the store entrances. So based off of our review, it was recommended to paint 25 feet of green curb along North Azusa Avenue. And second, to install a 30-minute parking sign on the existing pole, also on North Azusa Avenue. And to restrict the parking to 30 minutes between 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. any day of the week except for Sunday.
We also received an email communication from the business owner of the complex, and we had suggested that it be posted with 30-minute parking. And he requested that we look at it to determine if we could post it for 20-minute. The city's municipal code is up in the air. It's what the city wants to post. And the California MUTCD has either 20 or 30-minute time zone for a green curb. So we need to decide if we go with the 20 or leave it at 30.
So we wanted to offer 30 and they wanted 20, less time
Correct.
to park.
Yes, because they said that mainly it's someone running in and out.
Turn around.
Yeah, they wanted the bigger turnaround, that some of the adjacent buildings, you know, like the nail salon or the tuck shop, they needed an hour or so. So, but these people are all taking all the parking.
Mhm.
So it's more, they're below the 2 hour, which is posted, but
Mhm.
he wants to have like UPS or Amazon, whatever, deliver, pick up, post office. So, yeah,
Is there short-term parking being provided within their own existing parking lot in the back?
we did not see that.
And then in the city, do we have 20-minute parking, or where do we have 20-minute parking, if at all? Do you know?
I'm not sure on that. We would have to go through and look. I think, and I've seen it in some of the downtown areas, but I don't know to point out where, you know.
I mean, there is certainly, within the code itself, there is certainly flexibility as to assigning 20 or 30.
Yes,
right?
there is.
Okay. And by judging at the pictures that I'm looking at, people are utilizing the front of the street to park. My question is, by going from 30 to 20, we are not creating a negative situation, negative impact, are we?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because if it's a delivery, they're gonna be in and out.
Right, correct. Right. I mean, you don't want to go through the trouble of, the green curb and posting and all of that, and then all of a sudden having to issue citations.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
So I guess we have two issues. One, do we wanna put the green curb? And number two, if we want to put the green curb, do we go with 20 instead of 30?
And staff's recommendation is to install the green curb.
Correct.
Right.
But we could have, discussion on even, do we want to place the green curb?
Well, it was staff's recommendation. It's fine. It's just, does staff recommend sticking with 30-minute, or are they?
Once they said that, I'm thinking that 20-minute is acceptable for deliveries. So make it the 20 minutes, and so then we have a higher turnover.
Okay.
I mean, there's right now about 115 feet, so about 5 cars maybe park in there.
Probably 5 or 6.
5 or 6 if they are.
Between the first building, and then there's
Right.
another whole building that we're.
But this is
you
the
know.
first building, right? This business is the first
Yes,
building.
this is the southern building.
Right. So
Yes.
5 or 6 cars, and we're taking just how many spots?
25 feet, so it'd be one.
One spot.
One space.
Yeah, I mean, it's reasonable, right?
And it's right in front of the end to tobacco. They're the ones that have been, or I guess their service is in and out. They don't need people sitting around.
There's not a
The people
cigar
run- yeah.
lounge, right? Yeah.
Right,
Mhm.
so, if we're gonna put a green curb, we put it right in front of the one who wanted it instead of in front of the next door neighbor,
Mhm.
so that.
As a matter of policy, do we talk to the neighbors of the applicant?
Normally we do, but this
Okay.
came from the owner of the building, it wasn't just the
Okay,
tenant.
yeah,
And
okay.
he requested it
Sure.
on behalf of all these people, so we're assuming that,
Did we ask the property owner if they're willing to put a limited time parking within their parking lot?
no, we did not.
I mean, if you're talking about just one spot, right?
Yes.
I think that's not gonna be an unreasonable approach, perhaps, to ask the property owner if they're willing to do that on their own property. Designate a couple of spots.
Yeah, I don't know, yeah, they can, we can't see aerials of it.
Yeah, there's an area right here.
Yeah, just where the door, I think the tobacco door is to the Azusa Avenue. It may be a back entrance, so people
Oh.
have to walk around to get into there.
I see what you're saying.
It's like in it's the back employee entrance at this type of a shop.
So do we just need a motion?
Yes, so, okay, let's do two motions. One, do we place the green curb on Azusa? All those in favor? Aye.
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 Aye, okay, and so then second one is 20 minutes, do we go with the 20-minute recommendation? Or-
I would just, moving forward, I would like to ask
Yes.
the property owners if they would be willing to put those limited
Mhm.
parking or time parking within their parking lots or on their properties.
Right.
Okay, sorry, and then the second motion would be for the,
20 minutes versus the 30-minute.
I
All-
think
I'm comfortable with the 20 minutes.
yeah, I'm comfortable, yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking 20. We'll just go with the 20-minute. Okay. All those in favor?
All right,
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay. Then we'll go with the 20-minute on Azusa at the 25 feet as it stands, but 20 minute. Okay. So what happens next is it goes to council and they have the final approval.
And moving on to item B, the traffic review of northbound Citrus Street at Garvey Avenue South. So the city of West Covina has received several requests to review traffic operations at the intersection of Citrus Street and Garvey Avenue South to evaluate the northbound right turn movement on Citrus Street to East Garvey Avenue South, leading towards the I-10 eastbound freeway ramp. There has been differing opinions on whether the northbound curb lane should remain as a right turn only lane or convert this lane to a shared through and right turn lane. Construction taking place on the I-10 freeway changed how the intersection was striped. This item was previously brought before the Traffic Commission to evaluate traffic movements, lane striping, and collision history, and to discuss and decide on the best recommendation for the northbound right lane. After discussion at the West Covina Traffic Commission, it was decided that the lane could remain a right turn only lane, but would require added enforcement and additional measures to remind drivers that the lane would be used exclusively for right turn traffic. However, after further review of existing traffic flow, it was decided that it is in the best interest of the community that this lane should be changed to a shared through and right turn lane. Field observations conclude that traffic flow during off-peak hours and weekends, that the right turn is underutilized during those times.
you still at the tobacco shop?
Did it
Freeze?
freeze?
Freeze or read? Oh, there we go.
My keyboard died.
Oh.
There it goes.
So there's the existing conditions there currently where it has the right lane must turn right signs going northbound on Citrus towards East Garvey Avenue South at the signalized intersection. Let's see. So after further review and discussion with engineering, traffic, and enforcement, it was found that although the existing exclusive right turn lane is fully utilized during weekday peak morning and afternoon commute hours, during the off-peak hours and weekends, the heaviest traffic is the northbound through movement. Because of the heavier through movement, the northbound curb lane is used by both right turn vehicles as well as proceeding through the intersection to merge to the right under the freeway bridge vehicles. And since operationally the intersection would operate at an acceptable level of service B and C during peak hours under either lane configuration, with only a slight increase in delay and queues, but would require less enforcement, it is recommended that the lane should be converted into a shared through and right turn lane. So based off of this, it's recommended to remove the right lane must turn right sign on the existing sign poles on the southeast corner of the intersection for northbound traffic. Remove the right turn arrow pavement legend along Citrus Street by sandblasting the existing pavement legend. Remove and replace the solid 8-inch white line with a white dash line along Citrus Street and remove and paint 50 feet south of the intersection. Remove the right lane must turn right sign on the existing streetlight pole approximately 112 feet south of the intersection for northbound traffic. Add the lane designation sign R61-5CA for northbound showing one left, one through, and one through right turn lane. And to install that sign on the existing streetlight pole approximately 112 feet south of the intersection. Add a through and right turn pavement legend at the intersection to call out the new lane designation. And lastly, refresh all pavement legends for the northbound direction as well as the standard white crosswalk at the intersection.
Can I make a motion to approve?
Yeah. We have a motion to approve the recommendations. All in
Does it
favor?
need a second, or is it a motion and a second, or just vote for it?
Do you want to have a discussion?
No.
Oh,
No
well,
discussion.
Okay, then we have a motion to approve the recommendations, to change it back to a
Second,
through and right.
let's just take a call.
I think we just take a call.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so it's done. We will change that back to how it was before the freeway operations, so. All right. And then our number third C item is just, we're just putting it out there that we would like to receive more community support on traffic recommendations or traffic requests that are coming to the city, because the city has limited budget. So we're thinking of looking at ways that we can garner more community support for items that come in. So that we're gonna look at, and we'll probably bring back in January when we have something more concrete to share. We just wanted to bring it out there that it's something that the city is considering. We have a big city, there's a lot of requests coming in, so we're kind of thinking, how can we deal with all the requests? So that's coming.
So we've never had essentially a policy, traffic calming policy or program in the city, articulated one?
No.
No, okay.
It's just pretty much the standards, California MUTCD and what's in the
Right.
municipal code. So we kind of would like to define it more
Mhm.
on how we go about the process of looking at some of our requests.
That
Like
sounds
Janice
great.
said, it's really to use the limited resources more effectively and efficiently.
Absolutely.
And try to get more people involved with the request, so we know that a larger group also is looking at the items, so that we can respond
Now, judging by the
appropriately.
volume of requests
Yes.
and, what's happening in here and the desire of the community for traffic safety and all of that, it makes all kinds of sense to have a articulated policy. Absolutely.
So then, that will be brought back when we have something more concrete to share with the community, and it'll go forward from there.
Yep.
And thank you, I guess you could, oh, I'm sorry, nope. We-
audience
Yeah, we do
comments.
have
Yeah.
audience members in the audience, members in the audience who like to speak on a item that is not on the agenda, correct? I have one from Anna and one from Jose. Is there someone want to go first, or? Anna?
Yeah, we were here some months ago, and it's regarding our street, Florence, 400 block of Florence. And we have this church that moved in, Victory Outreach Church, and it's taking up a lot of our parking on our street. It's a cul-de-sac street, and, it's not just Sundays, it's like Sundays is all day, Sundays is all day. During the week, they have meetings all the time, and also taking all our, and we have a small little street as it is, and so people are coming home from work and there's no parking for them. People that live on the block, our neighbors, so that's our concern. And I know that I've spoken to Mr. Serrano about it, yeah, and so he said that they were working on it, or so we just status like work, is it
Because
gonna-
we did turn in the paperwork for that in May.
On May,
Yeah, well, permit parking, the city is reassessing all parking issues in the city. So permit parking is one of those. So this coming year, they'll be putting it, they're looking at how the municipal code has dealt with it. So they would like to define it more for permit parking, all the parking issues. So it's kind of been on moratorium until they have come up with a solution. Now, do you have parking at your house? Do you have a
Yeah,
driveway?
driveways, yeah.
Yeah.
driveways. But now, some families have grown.
Yeah.
Now the kids are driving, so they don't have enough parking for the cars. And then another issue that we're having now is that they're overnight parking from La Puente. Because they probably are going to do the same thing, there's no parking.
There's
But
no
these
overnight
people are
parking.
from La Puente, and they're coming, and now they're starting, they see one car, and it's a nice, safe area.
Yeah.
I get it, but then they're taking up spots too, so that's the issue that we're having. overnight parking.
Overnight from other
From La Puente.
cities, right, okay, from adjacent cities. Okay. Like I said, the city is reassessing all the parking issues, so I know feels like it's been a while, but if you can touch base with us again, you have the
Yeah,
call
I will.
number. In January, hopefully we'll have an update on how that's going, and then we can let you know. Now, if someone is parked blocking your driveway or something, then we do have code enforcement now is able to ticket.
Yeah, our code enforcement officers are doing parking enforcement.
Yes, so I think they have a whole thing online that you can report something, or they have a call number if you look at the
Or
city's website.
an app on the phone too, or on the website, you can report that illegally parked cars or abandoned vehicles, and our code enforcement will respond.
And that's the thing that we don't wanna keep bugging, calling the city and calling the city. That's why, I hope that we could get those permits, and we wouldn't have to be calling.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for coming. Jose, you wanna, do we have another card?
We only have 2 speaker cards.
That was it, okay, you're together, okay.
I
Yeah.
just live at the corner of Florence and Francisco.
Yeah.
Right at the corner. My house facing up right in front of the church. I don't, for me, it's not church. Okay. I saw everything. I had problem with them because they park in front of my house. Where the signs are for no parking already there. Just with permit. So I had to come out of my house and tell them, hey, please, you see the sign? I don't want to call the police. You want a ticket? Go ahead, stay here. But why don't you park on? And they come from the church and telling me a lot of stuff. The owner, I told them, just respect the signs. That'll be fine. Just respect the sign. This is what I do. We fight for that before. And on the corner of the side of my house, they park every night, every day, making noise. They're loud people. They're not nice people and quiet, they're loud. My son and I was sleeping, my son was resting, my wife. And we hear everything. In the last 2-3 months, they get on fight inside the church. They're getting on fight and talking a lot of stuff. And I was just watching, can't do nothing. But I worry about the parking. I don't want nobody, to respect all that area of West Covina. We have people who wants to live on peace. And they start breaking cars in front of my house. That's what we started last month.
They started what? I'm sorry?
Breaking in.
Breaking into.
Breaking in.
Cars already. They
Did
get
you
in the car,
report
just doing
them?
a lot of stuff.
Did
Have you
report
report
it?
that to the police department?
I don't know if my neighbor did it.
Okay. Oh, so they broke into your neighbor's
So I
vehicle?
have to put all my cars inside my parking lot. All the cars, I don't leave no cars outside for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and I lock the gate every night. Because they're working day and night. The gates on the church, they're open all day and night. People coming, cars coming, crossing, making a lot of noise.
So is it in addition to the church parking, is it also an overnight parking issue from people parking from La Puente? On-
They used to park, a lot of people from the Puente,
Uh-huh.
all the apartments, there are a bunch of apartments up there.
Mhm.
They used to park their car over here on our side. As long as we put the signs, they respect it. Few people respecting that. But the people from the church and that area in front of my house, because I had 4 windows to the church. I'm watching everything. I can see and I can hear anything that happens overnight or daytime. And it make me nervous, for me especially my wife, because we are retired people. And the way they are, they're, so aggressive people, very aggressive. And I don't want nothing. I wanna live in peace. I know what it is. I'm old enough to understand what they're doing or what they're doing in there. And I respect that. Whatever they do, it's their role. My question is anyhow that I can, those gates, when the fans can close those, they use it, those people can use the one from Francisco?
That's
Because they're going in and out,
Yeah, part of
in
it.
and out.
Yeah, and for, I
Trucks.
think the church,
I
think
believe the church is outside of our
located-
city
yeah,
jurisdiction,
It's not
so-
in West Covina, I think,
And
so.
that might be an access issue for them to be able to get in and out.
Overnight or,
Mm.
so
But
the
it-
lights through my windows and they play, they talk loud. It doesn't matter what time they are, they don't care about the people around.
So, sir, I'm trying to have a better grasp of the problem. So this is mainly about the church and the cars that are parked out there, right?
Yeah,
Okay. They have their own parking lot, but apparently not enough parking.
not enough.
Okay.
They park on
And the
Francisco.
issue of parking in front of your homes on the street, it happens throughout the day and every day? Or is it service related or?
It'll happen during the church, it'll be Wednesdays, Fridays, and especially Sundays, which is all day and night.
Okay.
Fridays, it's like in the
6
afternoon.
o'clock in the morning to 12 o'clock over there.
So they have service, early service and
It
it
was
goes.
nice when that church was closed, nobody owned it, it was so peaceful, so nice. That's the reason, they got signs there for no parking, because people from other cities were coming and parking on
This is
Mullender.
on Mullender.
On Mullender,
Yeah,
but there
Mullender.
was no church. And people, something not right, there's too many cars, they don't live here, so
Mm.
that's why they installed these no parking signs there.
Mhm.
And now that the church is there,
Well, it's the permit
they,
parking right
with the
on
permits, they
Walter.
don't park there, but they're there constantly when they have their
Yeah, there's
services
existing
back and forth.
equipment
Even on
over
our street, it's a cul-de-sac, and we're watching constantly, see who goes in and out, because we don't know who's coming in and out.
Mm.
And also, I have a question, because it's not a West Covina church, right? But why are they using the name West Covina? Up there, they have West Covina.
On the
And it's
website,
not
too.
one, their websites, everything is West
They tell them
Covina.
that-
Are they
I mean-
allowed to use? the
Is it
West Covina?
unincorporated area or is it, I don't know if it's,
They use
Because
it,
if you look it up, it doesn't.
yeah, I mean,
say
even right there, it says
unincorporated.
Victory Outreach West Covina.
So is that,
Often it's
I mean, it's
based
a
on
na-
the area postal code as well.
Yeah.
It's a name, so,
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that is just a question.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not West Covina, why does it say Victory Outreach West
There are
Covina?
properties that are an unincorporated area of LA County surrounding the city that their mailing address, like you were saying, because of the postal code will say West
Okay,
Covina, but it's
okay.
not within our jurisdiction.
That's fine.
I know it's a little confusing sometimes.
I was
Well,
wondering about the gate, because like I says, I got 4 windows, my front door,
that's a problem.
yeah, but I know.
yeah, you may, it's planning, probably you'd have to go to La Puente and see what they're, ask them with planning to see, but a lot of these, you have to have 2 driveways to enter and exit, So it's probably one of those that it was, when they were first built, they probably were required to have those gates, so.
Yeah, but if it's in La Puente, we'd have to go to the city hall in La Puente and go to their planning department.
So you may want to go also to La Puente and see if other people have had complaints and that, but for the parking issues, like I said, for you guys, the website has now code enforcement can go out and put tickets on those people if it's their parking and permit parking,
And now what they're doing, and they're parking on Sundays, they're parking a big van and they're pulling a trailer, and that's there all day Sunday. I mean, we've called, but we're like, you know what, it's just the van and the trailer is fine, they're still not respecting that they're not supposed to park there, but then if we start seeing more cars, because see, this is the thing, they wait around, they're like, okay, well, they're not saying anything about so they'll start parking little by little, and then that's when we call, because we're like, okay.
Well, I think the website has just even an anonymous,
Yeah.
thing that you could call in and
Or
that.
even if, could they possibly maybe just send somebody just to drive by on Sundays and just?
We do have, so code enforcement, I'm looking for it, sorry. So we do have an application or like an app on your phone that you can download it, and not only can you report about cars being parked in, if it's a permitted area and they're not permitted, our code enforcement officers will go out, and we do have officers 7 days a week. So our code enforcement division is assisting with police department addressing those parking violations. So that's all done through the app, which is very convenient. You're out there, you notice it, you submit the request and it geocodes it, so it's the easiest for our code enforcement officers. You could also do it through the website, as Jana was saying. If you are home and you notice it, you can also submit it. Those are the two best ways to report those. Our code enforcement officers, like I said, are out 7 days a week, and they are now enforcing parking violations. So you guys, that would be the first point of contact if you see someone parking in a permitted parking area or blocking your driveway or illegally parking. Those are that would be the first call for code enforcement.
So then you don't have to bother police department, you can go, it's through code enforcement.
You'll
so
get
the
a
city-
response,
yes.
yeah, because,
So that's a West Covina app?
yes. Sorry, I'm trying to pull it up, but
I
it's the
mean-
Go Request app. Oh, it's right here.
On the GoGov thing? or-
For the City of West Covina and the Go Request app, and it's under City of, it's West Covina. So you pick the city for the app. And it's on to get the application, it's also on our website. And I can show you guys right now how to do it on your phones. But that's, you'll get a quick response in that regard.
Okay.
And because even though we have officers 7 days a week, code enforcement officers, they're not always at the phone answering it on the weekends when we're closed. So the best bet is the application or the online version if you
Okay.
have a
Now
smartphone.
let them be personal too.
Yeah, and that's
But I would
recent,
also
so-
reach out to the City of La Puente and voice your concerns in regard to that business. Especially your concerns about the gate. That's something that we don't have jurisdiction over. And then, if they're doing anything, I guess it would reach out to the City of La Puente in regards to those gates.
Because sometimes I feel like they follow me when I'm driving, It's everything here, Mama. It's not. But because I always tell them, work, please. And I said, how about they follow me and do something to me, right? Because you never know, because I.
Well, then it's better than that you go to the app and they don't know that you are the one. Now, if you confront them, it's a little
Yeah.
different, but if you go through the app,
It's announced.
it's pretty much, they're not
You
gonna.
could do it from inside your house, you don't have to go
Right, you don't
outside.
they don't even have to know who did it, it's just the enforcement officer will come and look, so this way, it's not, you don't have to confront them. Now you have an opportunity to report a situation and they will come, they're not gonna say, oh, this, Yeah, they're pretty smart on
Because
that,
I'm working
so.
on my yard, in front of my yard.
Yeah.
And I've seen them, come in one car, two cars, they're trying to put another one, you're real tight. I say, guys, please park over there, and you're very sure. Because they're gonna call police if you guys. leave the
Well,
car.
now you don't have to even talk to them. You
Yeah.
can just, it's probably
Yeah.
better just to go with the app and,
Yeah.
and report it, so then you don't have any confrontation with
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
Safer, so. All right, well, thank you for coming. We have notes and,
We appreciate it.
yes,
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it. And I guess, Brian, you want to close it out then?
So I'll go ahead and adjourn this meeting. Our next meeting will be the second Tuesday in January at 3 p.m. in the same room in the West Covina City Hall Management Resources Room. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, you're not gonna say yes, yes, yes.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Anytime, like you have our numbers, so, you know, like I said, touch back with us in January. We'll see what progress we've made on,
So we could come back to the meeting?
oh, anytime, you know, it's open, so. You could come back or give us an email, however you guys, you know, would like, okay?
Thank you for.
Thank you.
Do you want me to show you the app?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have an Android or an iPhone?